This is the story of how I met my wife. I was on live yesterday and someone said, your wife married you for the passport. And I just want to set the record straight here and tell you the story of how I met my wife. So hang in there, watch till the end if you can, comment along the way. And yeah, so this is the story. All my siblings in my family have had arranged marriages, and my family wanted me to have an arranged marriage as well from India. And for those of you who don't know, arranged marriages are like real life Tinder, where photographs are being exchanged, but the person swiping is the parents. So every time someone saw my photograph was always rejected. And for a very long time, I kind of gave up on the hope that I will find somebody. Many of my family members gave up the hope that we'll actually find somebody. And then my sister from England spoke to one of my friends in India and said, hey, just see if there's anyone that you know that you could introduce to Amit. And he sent me a message and said, hey, there's this really nice girl that I know in the local area who would be really good for you. And I want to introduce you guys for when you come to India next. And I was like, sure, if you think she's nice, then have a word, see if you can exchange numbers. So he went to her house and he met her and told her that he wants to give her number to me. She outright said no. Not because of the way I look, but she said no because she didn't want to get married at that point. She said, I'm not ready for marriage. I don't want to get married. I'm too busy. She was a makeup artist by profession, so she didn't want to get married. But he came over to me and told me this. He called me and I said, okay, that's cool. No problem. But he was like, no, please call her, talk to her. Call her, talk to her. And I was like, no, I can't just call somebody who doesn't want to talk to me. He was like, no, trust me, just send her a message at least. So I sent her a message, just normal, hey, how are you doing? My friend gave me a number, hope you're well. She didn't reply for quite a while, and I got worried. I was like, damn, what have I done? Bit embarrassing. But she responded eventually, and she was like, hey, yeah, he told me that he's going to give you my number. How are you? How you doing? We started exchanging a few messages. She was just being polite. It turned out that my sister in India, so I have two sisters. One lives here, one lives in India. My sister that lives in India lives very close to her. And we found some commonality and we started messaging. And I still remember, I asked her, oh, so what do you like doing? What are your hobbies? And she said, I like cooking. And I was like, I like eating. I think we're made for each other. And that was a joke. Like, that was me trying to be cheesy. I don't know what. But she found that really funny. She started laughing and we continuously started messaging each other. And then eventually I video called her one day and I was so scared when I video called her. And I remember I covered half of my face and, I was only showing her this side of my face. And it was at the time where I didn't really learn to accept the left-hand side of my face. And she let it go the first time, the second time, the third time she said to me, Amit, if I marry you, I'm not going to marry half of your face. I'm going to marry all of you. So stop showing me half of your face and own it. And it was that moment that I knew two things. I knew, one, that she's the one for me, but two, that I need to learn to accept who I am before others can accept me. So she already planted that seed in me that, she accepts me for who I am. She understands it, she gets it. And that was special for me. That was really, really special for me. And we continued talking. We got really, really close. It was that fairy tale thing where, I'd finish work and I'd call her and we'd talk for like 3-4 hours. There's a 5.5 hour time gap between India and England. So it was like midnight where she was and like just past 6 here. And we would talk all the way through the night, all the cliche stuff. She'd fall asleep on the phone. And Then she said that, I don't think my family are going to agree to this, Amit. And she spoke to some of her family, like her sister, and said, and her sister said, I don't think our family will agree. And eventually, when her parents and everyone found out, everyone was dead against this. They were like, we cannot make this happen. What will people say? There's this whole cliche thing in our community about log kya kahenge, which means what will people say? And it was always that. It was always what will people say? And that, you know, and they didn't agree. They did not agree, to a point where it got quite heated in their house. And her parents basically said it's us or him. And she came over to me and said, Amit, look, I've only known you best part of 6 months. I've known my family all my life. I'm sorry, but this can't happen. And she blocked me. She blocked me, and we stopped talking, and that was it. That was it. I was heartbroken. I was upset. I was really, really upset, because my family didn't have a problem with it. Obviously, they thought, great, Amit's found somebody who accepts him. 2 days after she came back, she unblocked me, and we started talking again. And she said to me, Amit, can you come to India right now? And I was like, now? As in, like, right now? Like, you want me to leave? It's like 4 in the morning. I still remember. And she's like, no, I want you to come as soon as possible. I want to marry you. And I don't care what anyone thinks. We're going to do this. And I said, look, let me send my sister and my brother-in-law to your house, seeing as they live so close, and talk to your family. So my sister and my brother-in-law went, they spoke to her family. Her family said, yep, that's fine. If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. We still don't agree with this marriage, but that's fine. We're not going to do anything big. We're not going to do a big wedding. They can go to a temple and they can get married. Now, as you know, every woman, every bride, everyone dreams of their big fat Indian wedding. She didn't get that. She didn't get it. We got married in a temple. I went to India 5 days before our wedding. We hadn't met face to face before then. We met 3 days before our wedding, face to face. And it was for me, it was, I wanted her to see me face to face, and I wanted her to see how I look. And I asked her, how do you feel? She's like, completely fine. No, what's wrong? We got married. Her family slowly came around. She made a lot of sacrifices. She came to England. She's not been back to India yet. Her family have come around. They've realised that at the end of the day, he's just another human being. He's nice. They're here now. They're with us. Not here in England, but they're with us. In what's the word? You get me. They're here. They talk to us. They're okay. But my wife's not been back to India in the last 3 years. There's a 50% chance that my child can have NF, my condition, neurofibromatosis, but she's still with me. She's making a lot of sacrifices. We're going through the IVF treatment. That's having a big toll on her, mentally, physically. And for people to turn around and say to me she married me for my passport, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to finish with one quick story here. She said to me after I moved to England, hey, why don't you start creating some content? You know, I wasn't a content creator. I wasn't an advocate for the visibly different community. I was just working in sales. And she said to me, why don't you make a TikTok video or something to share your story? And I was reluctant initially, but wives have their way of convincing you when they want to get something done. And she made me make this video where I told the world that I want to help, support and inspire people to be the best version of themselves. And that one video went viral. And here I am now as a content creator, traveling the world. I'm making this video sitting in Barcelona. I've just done a keynote yesterday. I'm having an off day today. It's Sunday, but heading back to Birmingham tomorrow. So if it wasn't for her and it wasn't for her journey, I wouldn't be where I am today. So for people who say she married me for my passport, it's disrespectful, it's hurtful. And it really upsets both of us. So this message, this long video, this is one of the longest videos I've put on my social media. Please, respect her, but she deserves it. Respect her. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.